Hello, welcome to Stocks Talk Live with Tim. I'm Tim McKenzie. On this Monday night, February the 22nd, 2021. Welcome to Stocks Talk Live. Let's see what is going on with the market on today. I'm trying to log on to various devices here, so if you would pause for a moment with me and allow me to log on to some other devices, we'll be right with you in just a moment. All right, we are live in various platforms. So, again, welcome to Stocks Talk Live with Tim. I'm Tim McKenzie for this Monday, February the 22nd, 2021. And how did we do on the market today? Let me go back. I was on vacation last week, so I'm going to kind of go over some stuff from last week as well. And then, of course, we'll catch up to today. Starting with, of course, on last Monday, the market was closed on last Monday. And for the most part, the market was in the red just about every day last week. And then, of course, starting out today, the market didn't do well. For me, let me speak for myself, didn't do well today at all. For me, it did not do well at all today. We're going to talk about some stocks for those of you who are new, beginners, and starting with this, of course, Monday nights are for beginners. And then, of course, we'll move around and we'll talk about some calls and some puts and then some other stocks that are rather interesting to have in your portfolio as far as getting those stocks and holding on to them. And then, of course, we'll talk about some calls as well as puts. For those of you who are beginners, of course, a call is making a bet against the market that a particular stock will go up. Remember, you do not have to own that particular stock. You can bet against the market with any stock, whether you own it or not. Same thing with the put. When you're making a put, you're making a bet against the market that a particular stock will go down. When it goes down, of course, you will win. You will be in the winning numbers when it goes down. Boy, do I wish I was in a lot of puts last week and today in particular, because the market went down today for myself and my portfolio a whole lot. So, of course, I didn't have any puts today. I was very busy this morning. All right, and then, of course, we don't have the earnings report for this week up yet. We will try to get that to you. Of course, for those of you who does not know about earnings, we'll talk about that very last. The earnings report, for those who does not have that already. Again, let me say welcome to all of you. Those of you who have been a part of this platform from the very start, thank you again and for being here. Thank you for those of you who have been inviting others to join us. Certainly, we are growing, and I thank you for that. And then those who are still new, still brand new, this is your beginner's course. Thank you so much for choosing Stocks Talk Live with Tim, so we can teach you some about stocks. Of course, I'm not charging absolutely anything. You all can go and follow those others who will be telling you to buy their booklet or buy their pamphlet or follow their page for a certain amount of money or whatever the case may be. I'm doing it absolutely free. So, welcome to Stock Talk Live with Tim. I'm Tim McKenzie. I am Tim McKenzie. Hope you all can hear me, Deborah. Notice that you're there. Can you hear me well, Deborah? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Deborah says she can hear me. I assume she can hear me. Okay, Deborah can hear me. I don't know yet. Deborah not answering me. And then, of course, there are about 5 or 6 of you, others of you that are there. If you can hear me or if you can't hear me, please say so. Nonetheless, we're gonna move on. Where are we gonna start? Thank you, Daryl. I think they did very well today. These are what I'm going to call now. Some of them are not penny stocks, of course. Those of you who are beginners, penny stocks are any stocks that cost less than $5. Those are considered a penny stock. So if they're less than $5, they are a penny stock. Anything above $5 is more than $5 is not considered a penny stock. And then, of course, it can go all the way up to the blue chip stock, which are those stocks cost $150 and more. So what I suggest that you do is always to purchase those penny stocks, purchase them when they're low, and then hold on to them so that they will grow. A lot of stocks that you see out there these days that are very expensive, guess what? Most of them used to be a penny stock. Most of them used to be a penny stock. Let me start with GPS. GPS. I'm gonna start with GPS, and I'm gonna call it because I'm kind of in a time crunch here, so I'm trying to stay under 20 minutes, and so I'm in a time crunch, so I'm not gonna dig deep into this stuff. For those of you who are new to the market, if you look up GPS and then write some of these down, because I'm gonna go pretty fast. All right. GPS today closed at $24.70 because it went up by 54 cents today. It's not a bad stock to have, particularly when the summer comes around, so grab some of those. Disney closed today at $193.37. It went up by $8.18 today. Guess what? I've had Disney since it was about $30 a share, and I have a whole lot of those. So Disney is doing very well, considering the fact that we are in COVID-19 still, and most things are not open yet still, but Disney is doing very well. So Disney's closed today at $193.37. They went up by $8.10 per share. Boy, do I wish I had a call on that particular stock, Disney. Next one, BRKB, that's Berkshire. Berkshire B. Of course, there's a Berkshire A, there's a Berkshire B. Those of you who have a whole lot of money, like Daryl, Daryl, you all have a lot of money and can afford a whole lot of Berkshire A, which is Berkshire A. If you look at Berkshire A, they closed today at $369,835.45 because they went up today by $4,850.02 today during the market, and another $585.42 after market. So that's Berkshire A. Now, if I were you, you can purchase some dollar amounts, all right? So if you can't purchase the whole thing for Berkshire A, then purchase some dollar amounts for Berkshire A. Or you can do what I've done also, buy more of Berkshire B. Of course, I've had Berkshire B for a long time. This is BRK.B. The other one is BRK.A, Berkshire A and B. Berkshire B closed today at $245.05. It is on its way to going where A is. Trust me, it's going to go there. It is on its way to going where Berkshire A is. Berkshire B will go there. So if you're not in it yet, if you can't afford the whole $245.05, then if I were you, I would purchase dollar amount, $100, $50, $75 amount, because it's going to go up. Of course, Berkshire B closed today at they went up today by $3.12 today during the market, and another 8 cents after market. That's Berkshire B. Guess what? All of the airliners went up today. All of the airliners were up today. American Airlines up. Delta Airlines up. United Airlines up. Alaska Airlines up. All of them were up today. So I'm not going to go over the individual ones, but just look up American Airlines, Delta Airlines, Alaskan Airlines, United Airlines. Every last one of those went up today. Same thing with the cruise liners. All of the cruise liners. Well, I can't say all because I'm only in 2 of them. I'm in Royal Caribbean, that's went up by $7.36 today, and then Carnival went up today by $1.38. Norwegian, by the way, I do have Norwegian as well. Norwegian cruise liner went up today by $1.71 today. And they so make sure you grab some of those airliners and cruise liners, because as things turn around, those airliners and cruise liners will fly off the market. Another one. I didn't realize I did not have a lot of it today. I wish I had, because I remember when I bought these were very low, but they're not as low now. If you look up CAR, which is Avis Budget Group. Avis Budget Group, the rental car agency, Avis Budget Group, they closed today at $50.75 today because they went up by $1.75 today during the market, 25 cents after market. And then, of course, they have been growing slowly, but the fact of the matter is they have been growing. So if I were you, I would grab some of Avis now while it's only $50, because Avis will fly off the market, off the shelves as soon as stuff turns around and we can start traveling once again. All right, and then Sirius XM closed today at $6.02 per share. $6.02 per share. That's Siri. So if you're not with Siri, it's not a penny stock because it's over $5, right? But it's not expensive either because it's only $6.02 per share as of today's closing. They went up today by 1 cent today during the market. They do not trade after hours, so they closed at $6.02 today. And the other thing that I had that I was going to do is to purchase more of that. I had a note to purchase more of that. Cheers. It is 10, 20. I want to purchase more of that. Siri, all right? And so I just purchased more of it. Okay, I just purchased some more of that. Well, put it in order. Remember, if you put in an order after hours, you got to make sure that it executes the next day. Because you're putting the order in and it's after hours does not mean that it's going to execute. All right, then the next thing. Now these are some of them that did well today. I'm going to mention some, but certainly not all in the essence of time. And I will just call the tag for it, the JBT closed. JBT, you've got to write these down. JBT closed today at $135.37 per share because they went up by $5.84 per share today. NDSM closed today. I think it's $124.30. Am I right? Yes, NDSN. Nordson went up today. They went up today. They went down today by $3.11. They closed at $184.38 per share. All right, $184.38 per share. They lost $3.11 today. During the market, they do not trade after hours. ACC closed today at $44.32. ACC closed at $44.32. What is ACC? American Campus Communities. Closed today at $44.32 per share. They gained $1.51 per share today during the market, and then of course they do not trade after hours. AROC. So y'all need to grab some of these. These are some ones to grab to have especially if they're not too expensive. ARC, which is Arch Rock, closed today at $10.29 per share. They went up by 14 cents per share during the market today. They do not trade after market. So grab some of those while it's not too expensive, 5 or 10 of them or whatever the case may be. Next one, HTA. Closed today. That's Healthcare Trust of America. Healthcare Trust of America closed today at $27.72 per share. They went up today by 20 cents today during the market. They do not trade after market. It's not a bad one to have. It is not a bad one to have. The next one, T-Rex, right? T-Rex closed today at $96 per share. They went down by $2.42 per share during the market. They lost another $4.19 after market. All right, and then TBEX. Next one is DZSI. DZSI closed today at $17.46 per share. They lost 4 cents today during the market. They do not trade after market, so they didn't lose anything after market. That's not a bad one to have, DSC, or the ticker is DZSI. Buy and hold. You're probably going to lose some money over the next week or so with that one, but it's going to change and turn around. So it's a communications equipment stock. The next one is IR. It's simply IR. Ingersoll Rand, closed today at $45.20 per share. They went down by 12 cents per share today during the market, but after market they gained $1.44 per share. Not a bad one to have. Don't forget, you don't have to purchase the whole share. If you cannot afford the whole thing, you can purchase a dollar amount. So whatever the stock may be, even with Berkshire A that closed today, what did we say? At $385,000 per share, all right, then certainly you can purchase dollar amounts of that one. If you don't want to get the whole thing, then purchase a dollar amounts of Berkshire A or B, any stock. The next one is GDOT, which is Green Dot, closed today at $50.50 per share. They went up today by 29 cents today during the market, but they lost $2.13 after market. All right, and of course, let me pause here. We know what the market usually does on Tuesdays. It's usually not good on Tuesdays, so tomorrow is Tuesday. So we don't expect, hopefully I'm wrong, but we don't really expect for the market to do well on Tuesday. The next one is LSI. LSI closed today at $83.96 per share. They went up today by $1.01 today during the market. They do not trade after market. All right. And then the next one is Republic Services. Republic Services, which is RSG, closed today at $89 per share. They lost $1.59 today during the market. They do not trade after market, so they closed at $89 per share. SBRA, which is Sabra Healthcare. Sabra Healthcare. They closed today at $18.44 per share. They gained 57 cents per share during the market today. They do not trade after market, so they close at $18.44 per share. The next one is WRI, which is Wayne Gordon Realty Investor. Now, I usually don't mess with the stocks for the realtor company and all, but some of them they do pretty well, and this was one of them. Wayne Gordon Realty Investors. They closed today at $26.08 per share. They went up today by 93 cents per share. They do not trade after market. Then, of course, the last one in this category, right? VTRS. Beatrice closed today at $15.60 per share. They lost $2.71 per share during the market today and gained 10 cents after market. So you want to grab some of those ones that we mentioned that are not too expensive or close to being dollar stocks, or actually are a dollar stock. Okay, so you probably want to grab some of those. Some of the others that didn't do too bad today is one of my favorites, which we're looking out for each other. Ralph Lauren Polo looks out for me, and I look out for Ralph Lauren Polo. So they closed at $117.38 today during the market because they gained $3.92 today during the market, and they do not trade after market. So they closed at $117.38. All right. As we know, GameStop is still in the run. GME, GameStop. Ralph Lauren Polo, by the way, the ticker is RL. It's not Ralph Lauren Polo, it's RL. GameStop today closed at $45.27. Kind of hard to believe where it was a couple weeks ago, right? $45.27 per share because they have gained $5.41 per share during the market today, and they lost 73 cents after market. So grab some of those. GNUS, we know some of us are in Genius Brand. Closed today at $1.84 per share. That's what they closed out today. They gained 2 cents today during the market and lost 3 cents after market. So they actually ended up with 1 cent in the negative. All right. And then, of course, Hair, HEAR, which, of course, is Turtle Beach, right? Turtle Beach Hair, HEAR, closed today at $33.35 today during the market. They gained 25 cents, 1/4 today during the market, and they do not trade after market. That would have been a good one to have a call with. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. All right, and then, of course, VZ, which is Verizon. For those of us that has Verizon, just like Polo, we're looking out for them. They should look out for us. All right, Verizon today closed at $56.31 per share. They did not make any money today during the market. They did make zero on the market, and then after market they lost 14 cents. That's Verizon. All right, they lost 14 cents after markets. That's Verizon. The ticker is VZ for Verizon. All right. Don't forget what I said about the airliners. Don't forget what I said about the cruise liners. They're doing very well. So if I were you, I would jump on the airliners and the cruise liners because they are doing very well. All right, calls. Once again, for those that we mentioned just now, and some of them, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but if you be prepared to buy your calls and your puts. Now, this is not for the beginners. Beginners, Monday night beginners. You probably don't know what calls and puts are. Be here on Thursday night for that. All right. We know that Tuesdays, if you didn't get it today, it's kind of probably too late now. They'll be expensive tomorrow. In other words, if the market is not doing well today, and it still won't do well tomorrow, then the puts will be expensive to bet the market that a particular stock is going to go down. It'll probably be too expensive to try to get into tomorrow. But if you got into it today and you're in it when the market opens on tomorrow morning, you will be in the money. All right. Thank you. Evening to you, Antoine, and good evening, Pam, Kathy. Good evening. Good to have all of you. Daryl laughing. All right. Good evening, Angie. Good evening. All right. But that's pretty much it. I don't know if you all want to chime in here and tell me what did you do well today with, if any of you had calls and puts. Now I have a whole lot of calls and puts. I'll put it to you like that. I have a whole lot of them. So I'll mention some of them that I have to name one or two. All right, let me see if I can get there. Okay, let's see, to name one or two that I have with these calls and puts, if I can get there. I have quite a few. Most of mine will close on the 19th of March. We're closing in on the 19th of March. GNUS, we have to close on February the 26th. Snap, we have to close on 19th of March. As a matter of fact, all of the others that I will call out closes on the 19th of March. Snap, ET, I have an $8 call. Snap, of course, a $70 call. Moderna, a $160 call. DKNG, a $70 call. GSM, a $4 call. Nokia, $7 call. Apple, a $145 call. OXY, $26 call. NEPT, $4 call. I think I have two Nokia. I have one for $7, one for $8. All right, both to close on February the 19th. Twitter, $55 call. SNDL, $4 call. And SU, $23 call. I don't have any puts. I wish I had a whole lot of puts today because the market was horrible today, to say the least. So if I had a put today and the market is like that tomorrow, certainly I would be in it, but be in the money. But hopefully the market is better today than it was, better tomorrow than it was today. Hopefully it's better tomorrow than it was today, because certainly today it was not all that at all. It was not all that at all. All right, Angie, how you doing? Daryl, where are you? Are you in any calls or any puts or anything, Daryl? Did y'all purchase any new stocks, any penny stocks? Y'all talk to me before we get out. I have about 2 more minutes left before signing out. I want to hear from you all. I haven't seen Daryl McCullum in a while. I want to know if y'all have any calls, any puts, or did you purchase any new stocks? Anyone purchase any new stocks? Anything new? Talk to us. If not, I am done. But let me say to you once again, even if you don't purchase the airliners and the cruise liners, if you don't purchase the stock itself, if I were you, I would at least purchase the calls with the airliners and cruise liners, because they're going to go up. Watch this. Number one, they're inexpensive. They're not expensive. And number two, they're going to make you money slowly, because the airliners and the cruise liners have that slow growth, so they're going to make you money slowly. Now, what do you mean by slowly? You can make $50, $75, $100, $125 a day. Am I right, Angie? You can make money like that with the airliners and the cruise liners, because they're going to be the slow growth. And so maybe you're not going to make thousands of dollars a day, but we're talking calls. We're talking calls betting the market that a particular stock will go up. That's what you will be doing, betting a market that a particular stock will go up. And when you do that, once you do that, and then you can watch your money grow. And then, of course, hold on to it, and watch it grow. And then, of course, if you don't have to hold calls and put until the expiration date, which is on a Friday. And then what's the difference between a short call and a long call? A short call is when you buy something to close this Friday. That's a short call or a short put. That means it's going to close this Friday. Long is 2 or 3 weeks and more away. It could be next Friday, the next Friday, or a month of Friday, or 2 months of Fridays away. Those are called long calls. I call them Hail Marys. All right, so don't forget about that. So do those long ones so you can get that slow growth, because certainly, like we always say, and don't forget, slow growth is better than no growth. It says if you put money in the airline, also look into who supplies them with their oil and fuel. Double down on the very good, Antoine. Very good. Very good. Angie said mess up on Friday and end up with 200 shares of. How did you mess up? Because you must have had enough money to buy the shares, and you didn't want to buy the share. You wanted your money. But here, if that's what you did, Angie, in other words, you said you messed up on Friday. You ended up with 200 shares of SENL. In other words, you had enough money to buy the contract. Am I right? So I did that once with NIO. So what you do now, Angie, you have 200 shares of it, right? Sell half of them. Sell half of them and get your money and put it in your buying power. If you don't want all of those shares, you have 200 shares. You don't want 200 shares, then sell half of them and put that money in your buying power and reinvest it in something else. Or, other thing, you can keep them. Let's what SNDL. What do we say SNDL? Because if you SNDL, if you hold on to SNDL, which is Sundial Growers, right, at $1.39, and you have 200 shares of them. So Angie, just imagine that goes up to $10 or $15, and you have 200 shares. So you got to look at and weigh your option. Do I want to have this? Or do I want this money? So if you have 200 shares, you don't need the 200 shares. I don't have anything to do the math. Whatever the case may be, I would sell it. I'm going to try to do the math real fast. I would sell it. Or Angie, you could tell me how much is that worth? Because you could tell me how much it's worth. 200 times 139. So you have $278. Sell half of them. Sell half of them. Sell or sell. You have to sell 150 and keep 150. See, Angie, sometimes that can be a good mistake, right? It's a good mistake because you're not losing anything. You actually won. So it purchased the contract for you. So now that you have them, all you got to do is sell them. You have 200 shares. You don't want 200 shares. Sell $150 worth, or 150 shares. That is 150 shares. It's $300. So then now you're going to take that money and put it into your buying power. So that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. That's what I did with NIO when I had enough money to buy all of those contracts. It's going to automatically purchase it for you. It's not going to ask you, do you want to make this purchase? When you get in the contract, that's why it's called a contract. When you get in the contract, it's not going to warn you. It's going to tell you that you got into a contract that if you have the money by 4 o'clock on Friday, we're going to automatically purchase 200 contract for you. If you have the money, they're going to automatically do that for you. If you don't have the money, they're going to automatically put what you don't have back into your buying power. So in your case, Angie, you had the money. So all you got to do now, all they did is they purchased those 200 contracts for you. So now you don't want 200 contracts, sell 150 of them and take your money and reinvest it somewhere else. All right, so that's all you got to do. All right, and I do that quite often too. I've done it about 2 or 3 times. Yeah, it can be a good mistake. It's a good mistake. But like I said, because you're not losing anything, you just don't need 200 shares of Sundial, right? All right, so then sell some of them and get your money. All right, I think Justin, what's up, bro? Good to see you. I sent you something last week or week before last, and I didn't hear anything from you, Justin. So I don't know if you know I sent that to you or not. So if you did, speak to me, bro. Speak to me. Good to hear from you. Good to see that you're on. Thank you all so much. We went over by 10 minutes, I think. Thank you all for being on here with us tonight on Stock Talk Live with Tim. Again, I'm Tim McKenzie. We'll see you, if not on tomorrow night, Definitely not on Wednesday night. And then Thursday night, we'll be back on Thursday night, but we'll talk more and for the advanced followers on Thursday night. All right, and then of course this same video will be removed from this site, and then it's going to be put over there to YouTube for those who are around the world. They can watch it at any time later on. All right, that is all that I have. Again, thank you all so very, very much for being on with us tonight on Stocks Out Live with Tim McKenzie. I